Hey everyone, gonna open a couple more UFC Chrome Tops 2024 mega boxes. Surely hoping for well, potentially one of it, like an insert one of one from a mega box, which is very rare, but hoping for that. And hoping for more of these Pereira buyback cards. I have one that's like a refractor, but I actually paid, I think I paid like $30 for it, and that's like $40 worth of store credit. And here are a couple that I have. I have a few more on the way that I bought online, but each of these are worth $20 buyback credit. I'll probably use mine at Blowout, but just because it's closer to me. But you can go on the Topps website, or if you just search Topps UFC buyback, not only will it show you what your cards are worth, the Pereira cards are worth in store credit, but you could put your zip code in and you can kind of see where the nearest store is to you. Hopefully you're close to a store, but also I think it's a place like, I think Midwest Cards I saw on their site. They have like a package you can order for like $1, and it's like a way to ship your buyback cards to them, which is very smart because I know Topps, I guess, reimburses them, but I mean, if you're not close to, if you're not Carlos Esparza, that's a good autograph. Mikhail Brick by Brick, that's probably one of the best brick by bricks. But I would say if you're not close to a store, I think it's Midwest Cards, check their website. But that's, to me, that's a pretty good idea because most people don't live near a hobby store. Or they live by a hobby store, but everything's overpriced, and it's not even, I try to support the local hobby shops, but if the prices are just ridiculous, there's not much I can do. It's hard, I mean, it's really hard. I kind of, honestly, if I walk into almost any business, or if I spend time at a card show looking at someone's table, I try to find a reason to buy something. If I try to like patronize the business, but sometimes it's just really tough. Like we've all been in a way, Mizuki rookie, Adesanya, and we've all been in that situation where it's like you want to support the business, but man, it's a little bit tough. I was at a card show once years ago. I used to go to card shows and I could never find UFC, and now I just sell UFC with my buddy Charles at the card shows in Chantilly. And I sell mostly all UFC, and he sells pretty much everything else, but he has a ton of basketball and a ton of baseball, like Shohei Ohtani. Marab, man, he needs a title shot. He deserves it. I don't know if they want to give it to him because he'll win, I believe, but he deserves it. Yeah, I went to a card show once, and I would always ask for UFC, and usually they'd pull out WWE, and I'd say, okay, I'd look, but, so I went to a card show, and this guy had an old relic of Gray Maynard that sells for $1 all day, and I just said, how much for this? I was just trying to find a reason to just spend some money at his table, and he said, well, I can tell you have a good eye because I happen to know he's a really good fighter. And I had 60 on it, but I'll give it to you for 40. And I mean, this guy clearly didn't know anything. He just because someone's interested in something you have doesn't mean it's valuable. And okay, there's not Gastelum, but there's an Aqua Gastelum number 199. And this Poetan Allen Ginter insert, I don't think it qualifies for the buyback, but it's cool. Oh, that's one of the best X Factors you can get. Diego Lopez. He had a big win at 300. So yeah, my thing is like, I said, wow, you drive a hard bargain, but I might have to pass it up. And the guy says, well, you can walk around, but I doubt it'll be here when you get back. And I'm just thinking like, man, seriously, like, it's frustrating because I don't have the time to just tell him, like, by the way, that card's sitting on ComC for 79 cents right now. But at the time it was. I mean, it might be $2 now, who knows. But it'll never be what he was asking. And like, why even bring stuff if you're just like, I guess the move is you just bring, I'll start my second box. I guess the move is you just bring anything you have and just throw an outrageous price on it. And if someone pays it, they pay it. But I've never bought from that guy, and I see him at every single show. He's at every local show. And I walk past, I'll say hello if he's looking at me, but like, what's the point? I also heard Neo Cards and Comics and Flippin' Steve. I saw their videos and they both said like there were no deals at Chantilly. I wish they would have stopped by our table. For UFC, there truly is deals at Chantilly, and at my buddy Charles' table, there's always deals. I mean, he sold a Jokic autograph for below probably what it could go for. Bilal Muhammad autograph. And he left a little room on the deal. He gave the guy a nice deal, I believe. And he didn't have to get rich off of it. And I'm sure whoever bought it from him might turn around and sell it later for more. But Charles made his money. And that's kind of the way I see it is. I sold 2 one-of-ones at that UFC one-of-ones at that show. And maybe I could have gotten a little bit more. But the guy that bought them from me was fair, and we were getting close on a price. I said, let's do it. Plus, I leave the show, and it probably just sits in a box, and I think I'd rather, oh, I thought that was a gold. I'd rather just move it. Maybe I'll get lucky again and pull another one-of-one. I pulled 2, one in a break and one out of the 2023 Optic box. Oh man, I mean, I'm glad he didn't win. But that would have been worth something if he'd won. But I have more money in Pereira. Val Woodburn refractor, Macy Barber fired up insert. Ludwig Klein, X-Fractor, Temba Grimbo, X-Fractor. I wonder how many people, let me know also if you invested a lot in, Hill or Pereira, just assuming that they would win, getting that buyback money. The Hills went for much less. I would tell anyone, look for those buyback odds on the Topps website, like I said. Blanchfield, X-Fractor. Malcolm Gordon, rookie X-Fractor. Yeah, please check those buyback. But it's really good deals on the base. It's $20. And like unnumbered refractors, it's $40. That's a great deal. Numbered refractors, I think it's like $100. So that's a great deal. For some, I can't believe that for the one-of-one, they're offering $200 credit. I mean, I know that we probably know better, but if you're just getting into cards, do not turn in your one-of-one refractor for $200 store credit. Please don't. Hopefully they would, I mean, I don't think it would stop you at the store, but hopefully someone stops you, because you get to the point where even a number to 5 or a number to 10 is worth more than that, than the store credit. In most cases, store credit's a deal. Where's my prayer? I need some more store credit. Chuck Liddell, number to 75. Yeah, like if you get this, I think this is like $200 store credit if it's a Pereira. Sarukian, Malkoun, Makaev, X-Fractor. All right, so I'll just go through some of these in these 2 boxes. I didn't do too well, but that's all right. So these are just my X-Fractors out of 2 boxes. Liddell to 75 is definitely one of the better cards I got out of these boxes. If y'all had any luck in these boxes. So I haven't gotten one. I got one All Glory of like my first box or so. I just opened a ton of these, and now I'm like committed. You know what I mean? When you keep opening and you're like, well, I'm due for a case hit, or I'm due for a numbered autograph. And honestly, my last like 5 boxes or so have been very rough. This is a good one. And what do you all think about these? I think it's probably a good time just to sell these. And don't buy the blasters. If you want my advice, don't buy the blasters, because shoot, my buddy saw me, a couple friends saw me open 6 blasters, and I got a decent deal on them, but they retail for 30, and I'm telling you, out of 6 blasters, I got $10 worth of cards, maybe. I'm saying maybe. And they were recently 20% off on Target's website. I didn't think twice. That should tell you something right there. So I'm definitely practicing what I preach with those. But yeah, this is what you can maybe get out of 2 megas. Not really worth it, but it's fun. Guaranteed autograph. Alright, thank you all for watching, and I'm going to open soon. I'm going to get another All the Glory. You'll see. Take care.